Atomic Samurai vs. Flashy Flash has always been one of my most requested versus videos to do, and it totally makes sense why that is. I mean, come on, they're both S-Class heroes, master swordsmen, incredibly fast, and have had awesome feats of power in the last couple of manga chapters that have been released this year. So I think it's about time we get down to the bottom of who would win in a fight between these two. And I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility to believe that these guys would fight in the first place. I mean, they're both brash egomaniacs who aren't afraid to throw down with anyone, especially other heroes. I mean, we see them both come close to doing this on separate occasions in the manga already. So this versus video is going to be slightly different than the other ones I have made on my channel so far, and that's because I think that the fight that these two would have would be different than the typical fights that we see, especially in hypothetical ones. But I'll explain exactly what I'm talking about a little later. Right now, I just want to get into each of them specifically and break down what they're about. So, Atomic Samurai, this guy, as advertised, is a samurai. But not only that, he is a master samurai and can move incredibly fast. So fast, in fact, that it is stated in the data book that he can slash at least 100 times in a single second. And we see this on display multiple times throughout the story when he easily and quickly dispatches of monsters. I mean, dices them up with his atomic slash. I mean, most recently in Chapter 94, Atomic Samurai executed a demon-level monster in Rhino Wrestler so quickly and efficiently that not even Rhino Wrestler was aware that he was diced up until a couple seconds after the fact. And to go even further, shortly after that incredible feat of power, Atomic Samurai shows that he can do the atomic slash with a damn toothpick. But aside from Rhino Wrestler, Atomic Samurai has soloed much more formidable opponents when we see him go against a fellow quick swordsman in Harigiri. And as we saw in Chapter 69, Harigiri went on to eat monster cells, thus becoming much stronger from the boost that it gives you. And he also states that as a human, he was able to draw his blade faster than sound. So of course, him becoming a monster makes his draw even faster. But this is still nothing compared to Atomic Samurai, as he goes on to Atomic Slash Harigiri even after Harigiri drew first and had his sword inches away from Atomic Samurai's neck. And Atomic Samurai further exemplifies this crazy draw speed and technique that he has when in the audiobook Sonic Becoming Saitama, Atomic Samurai confronts Sonic, having Sonic draw his blade first on Atomic Samurai. But still, that is not even enough, as Atomic Samurai is able to deflect it easily, leading Sonic, of all people, to say, "That was fast. I didn't even see him draw his sword. This guy is no joke." So now let's get into Flashy Flash, and I'm only going to briefly go over what he's about. If you would like a more in-depth explanation about Flashy Flash's power, please check out my new video, How Strong is Flashy Flash? So Flashy Flash is a ninja, meaning that his sword skills are different than that of Atomic Samurai's. But nonetheless, he is still incredibly effective with the said sword. And we see this best on display in chapters 95 and 96 when Flashy Flash is able to have a sword fight against the two dragon level monsters in Hellfire and Gale, who also happen to be super fast ninjas. And just let me also point out that when Hellfire and Gale in their monster forms are presented in front of Sonic, we see that he is not on their speed level. But like I was saying, Flashy Flash's speed feats, power feats, and skill feats in his fight against Hellfire and Gale are incredible and some of the most impressive we have ever seen in the series so far. So now let's get more into the matchup between these two, but before the actual fight itself, I just want to list some things that I think are about equal for them. So being S-Class heroes and the feats of slicing that we have seen from them, we can assume that they likely have around the same level of physical strength along with their ability to cut things. And I also assume that they both are susceptible to being cut by one another, meaning that if it came down to it, they likely would not be able to tank a sword strike from each other's respective swords. So I just wanted to put that out there, that I think both of these guys have about an equal chance of slaying each other regardless of their respective speeds, just if they had the opportunity to do so. So now for the fight itself, and as I said in the beginning of this video, I think their fight would be very different. So I don't think it would be like the fight that we see with Flashy Flash in Chapter 95 and 96 between Hellfire and Gale, like a big blown out, crazy DBZ-esque battle, or even a more standard sword fight with many strikes and clashes, like something that we would see from Rurouni Kenshin. Because I think if it really came down to a life or death battle between these two, they would simply stand their grounds, size each other up, and have it come down to who can draw their sword faster, meaning that one sword strike would decide this fight. So if that were to happen, and they both did their respective slashes, I think the man standing at the end would be Flashy Flash. So now let me explain why I think that is. So other than Flashy Flash, in my opinion, having the more objectively impressive speed feats shown in the manga, let me go into some math. And of course, this isn't my math. I am stupid, as you all know. I'm going to be getting this math from outside sources. So in a Reddit thread made by Fick Kneelers, it is stated, along with a now deleted account, that within 41 strokes, Atomic Samurai can move Mach 987 or 757,000 miles per hour. But let's go even deeper than that and give Atomic Samurai much more credit and a bigger benefit of the doubt. So based off of his feat of speed against Haragiri, who we found out earlier claimed that his draw was faster than the speed of sound. If it was even 20 times the speed of sound, Atomic Samurai's sword would be moving at Mach 19,740, which is over 15 million miles per hour. So while this is incredibly impressive, and let us just remember that we are giving Atomic Samurai some leeway here, this is still not quite on the level of Flashy Flash's speed. Because our awesome community member Christian Kember laid out the math for Flashy Flash's speed feats in Chapter 96. And it comes out to Flashy Flash moving at 7.6% the speed of light, or over 88 million miles per hour. So just roughly, and let me just point that out there, that none of this is, completely 100% foolproof, but it is more or less, in my opinion, accurate, because we're looking at Flashy Flash's 88 million miles per hour versus Atomic Samurai's, at best, 15 million. So, there you go. That's why Flashy Flash would likely decapitate Atomic Samurai if they were to fight. And if you've noticed, no, I haven't gone into any webcomic spoilers in this video because I don't really think I need to. But those of you who have read the webcomic realize that their future feats of power kind of solidify the speed difference between them. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you think about this fight in the comments. Who do you think would win? Math is cool and all, but in the end, headcanon trumps all. I'll also have the thread of this equation in the comments. You can also just pause the video and check out Christian's awesome work. And if you like the video, please give it a like. I also have a Patreon. It's only $2, and it gives you access to a weekly Q&A video that I do on this channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.